I still remember the first time someone called me, shaking, whispering into the phone because they were afraid to say it out loud. They said, "I woke up and there was hair in my bed, not mine, not anyone else's." And before they even finished the sentence, I already knew what they were dealing with. If you found hair thread, feathers, pins, powder, or strange objects in your bed or under your pillow, this message is not an accident. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to expose what most pastors never talk about and what witches rely on staying hidden. I spent years inside the occult. I know what these signs mean, and more importantly, I know how powerless they become when exposed. People assume spiritual attacks always feel dramatic, loud, violent. But the most dangerous ones are subtle, quiet. They happen while you sleep, when your guard is down. That's why the bed is targeted. This is not superstition. This is strategy. And tonight I'm breaking the silence. In witchcraft, the bed represents access. It's where your body rests, your mind resets, and your spirit is most unguarded. When I was active in the occult, the bed was considered sacred ground for attack. Why? Because whatever is planted there is meant to bypass your conscious defenses. Hair, objects, or substances placed in or appearing in the bed are meant to establish spiritual permission. It's not about the object itself, it's about agreement. The enemy wants you confused, afraid, and silent. The moment you fear without understanding, permission increases. Hair is personal. In the occult, it represents identity, authority, and ownership. When hair appears where it doesn't belong, it's often meant to signal attempted attachment. Not possession, but influence. It's a way of saying, access was attempted. But hear me clearly, finding it does not mean it worked. In fact, many times it appears because the attack failed. Exposure is the enemy's greatest weakness. Darkness hates light. If you're seeing it, it means something was interrupted. Threads tied in knots, feathers placed unnaturally, powder sprinkled lightly, small metal items. These are not random. They are symbols used to anchor intention. But intention without permission is powerless. Witches know this. That's why fear is always the next step. They want you panicking, running, asking the wrong questions. The goal is distraction, not domination. These manifestations often appear when someone is about to shift spiritually. New discipline, new prayer life, new clarity. When you begin breaking old cycles, resistance increases. I saw it countless times from the inside. Attacks were never launched at stagnant people. They were launched at those about to move. If this has happened to you, it may be confirmation, not defeat. Do not panic. Do not obsess. Do not start performing rituals out of fear. The enemy feeds on reaction. In witchcraft, emotional response is fuel. Calm authority shuts everything down. You don't need to mimic occult practices to break occult interference. That's a lie many fall into. Authority always outranks imitation. In the occult, spoken words establish contracts. In spiritual authority, spoken words cancel them. You don't whisper. You don't beg. You revoke. When you speak clearly, you reclaim ground. Darkness does not negotiate, it retreats. Say it out loud. Silence helps the enemy. Authority terrifies it. Many people tell me that after discovering these signs, their prayer life feels heavier. That's not weakness, it's resistance. When pressure increases, It means something is being challenged. Don't stop. Push through. This is often the moment right before release. The enemy always overplays its hand before losing access. One of the biggest lies I believed as a witch was that certain people were easy targets. That's false. The truth is, protected people are monitored more closely. You don't break into empty houses, you watch occupied ones. If you're experiencing this, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're guarded, and that irritates darkness. Cleansing is not about panic cleaning, it's about intentional order. Light order and peace dismantle chaos. The enemy thrives in confusion, clutter, and secrecy. When you bring clarity and calm, spiritual residue cannot remain. Authority changes atmosphere faster than any object ever could. I didn't leave the occult to stay silent. I left because the truth sets people free. Nothing placed without your consent can override divine authority. Nothing hidden survives exposure. Nothing sent against you outranks what protects you. Fear is optional. Authority is available. If you found something strange in your bed, don't ignore it, but don't magnify it either. Acknowledge it, revoke permission, restore peace, and move forward. The enemy only returns where fear remains. When confidence stays, access ends. You didn't click this by accident. This message found you because silence was about to cost you peace. But now you know, and knowledge breaks cycles. Walk forward without fear. What was meant to disturb you has been exposed. An exposed darkness has no power. Now listen carefully. This is not a ritual. This is not superstition. This is authority being exercised. Wherever you are, don't rush this. Calm your breathing, still your thoughts, and speak with clarity, not fear. Say this out loud. I revoke every permission, known or unknown, given to darkness, intentionally or unintentionally. Anything placed, sent, spoken, or assigned against me without my consent is now cancelled. I reject fear, confusion, and spiritual residue. I claim peace, clarity, and protection over my body, my mind, my sleep, and my home. Every door opened without my authority is now closed. Every presence without permission must leave. I stand covered, guarded, and sealed. Nothing follows me. Nothing lingers. Nothing returns. When this is done, do not keep checking. Do not keep worrying. Closure is part of authority. The moment you keep looking back, you reopen what was shut. Here's the truth most people never hear. Darkness does not stay where it is confronted calmly. It only stays where fear is entertained. Tonight, sleep without anxiety. Tomorrow, move forward without suspicion. What was meant to disturb you has already lost its power, because now it's exposed, and exposed darkness never wins.